Dale Jr. and the 9 of Bill Elliott. Here is point leader Matt Kenseth, who started 37, moving up on Steve Park.
Car in the wall off 2. It's the 19 car.
Casual contact.
He got up out of it. It looked like he may have had a flat tire possibly, or else he could pick up some debris, but I think he may have a right front tire flat.
And boy, Robbie Gordon had to jump on the brakes coming off turn 4 because he was running up on him in a hurry. There's something definitely wrong with that race car, Darrell.
And he has to wait till everybody goes by just to be able to get down to get into the pits.
Coming up off turn 2, he hits the wall pretty hard there. I mean, you're carrying so much speed, and if you get out of the groove, you just run out of racetrack.
Well, Junior made a good move underneath Kenny, but he got sideways coming off of turn 2. These cars, that's a problem you have here. Off turn 2, you always seem to get loose. Sometimes you catch it, sometimes you don't.
Now this is the AT&T camera on our front valence of Kenny Schrader's car. Trouble, turn 1, Michael Waltrip. Dave Blaney collects Dale Jarrett.
Ricky Rudd, the 21, just spreads his way through. Casey Mears, the 41, don't quite make it through, and here comes the leader.
That's the 77. They've got the back end tore up a little bit, some front damage on the left front. He'll make it around here on pit road in a second. Rear end.
Initially, it was Michael Waltrip sideways, and you see a lot of damage to his Napa Chevy. But he wasn't alone in this one.
He just gets loose up off the corner. Coming up off the turn, the car gets loose with him. Blaney tries to get out from behind him and can, and here comes Dale Jarrett. You cannot stop these race cars. You're going 120 miles an hour, you just got no way of stopping it in time to miss that wreck. Now watch Michael. Watch his hands. He comes off the corner. Did you see his hands? He got loose. Trying to fight it. Bam. Turns around, looking right at Dale Jarrett.
Now, ride with Dale Jarrett. And Darrell, when Michael gets loose, what's that do to the driver right behind him?
Well, he's trying to avoid him, is what he's trying to do.
Blaney, the hole closed up on Dale Jarrett.
And I'm sure the spotter's telling Dale Jarrett, go high, because Michael's down low, but he slides up in front of him.
And you'll see Dave Blaney. There's Michael loose. Dave Blaney can't arrest his forward progress.
And then Michael came down the racetrack. Blaney's trying to go by on the inside. They make contact.
That's a big hit for the guy that's 3rd in points, Michael. 7th in points, Dave Blaney, here early in this race.
Second caution of the day. Dale Jarrett's UPS Ford pushed behind the wall for more repairs as we go back to green.
We got trouble already.
Casey Mears, John Andretti, Todd Bodine on the restart.
Casey Mears hits Todd Bodine again down on the apron, and the 54 car caution is back out.
Now the field is all single file and accordioned up here as they come down to turn 3. Oh boy, that started when Todd Bodine got in the back. Was that Kyle Petty ahead of him?
Yeah, it was Kyle Petty in the 45.
And it's just a big accordion. You squeeze it, and this is what happens.
Yeah, and somebody goes and somebody doesn't. And when the guy doesn't go, he gets run over from behind.
Matt.
Billy, what did you say to the 49 team? Well, I just asked them if they could, get a little bit further in their box so we can get out of
Turn 1, guys.
here anyway.
12's fun.
The 12 of Ryan.
48's around. He saves it.
Newman spun, and he caught a piece of Ricky Craven going by.
Caution is out.
Bring it around.
I think Craven's got quite a bit of damage to the right side.
Yeah, as Newman slid down the hill,
No damage to Benny.
just a little bit, he caught Craven.
Here comes Newman. Let's see.
4 tires. 4 guys. 4 tires, fuel.
Yeah, Newman's got damage, pretty good damage to the right front, and Craven's got damage all down the right side of his car. See the fender all sticking out there on the 12. It's the other side of the car that's got the damage on it, the right side.
Going down the front stretch off into turn 1. Looked like Tony, well, just like Ryan maybe came down into Tony, Darrell.
Ryan did not want to enter that turn up on the outside because he's already loose.
And Sterling was on the bottom, I think it was Sterling, Marlin, underneath Craven. They bumped, and that shot Craven up into Newman.
I don't think Ricky's got a lot of damage, but he'll probably assess it here, let somebody look at it.
See who that was under Craven. It was Brett Bodine.
Yeah. Since he got into the nose of the 12 car, that's probably the softest part of the car that he could get into. It probably didn't do any suspension damage to the 32, although it did a lot of body damage, but that doesn't matter. Kenny Schrader. drawn up, though.
There's the first contact. Watch Craven. He's trying to get low, but Bodine's already there.
I'd say that damage was mostly into the sheet metal on the right side of the 32 car, so I think he'll be okay. He just crumpled the old tide box up a little bit.
He did stay on the lead lap. Of course, he's on pit road right now. I'm sure for 4 tires, they'll look at that front end damage. Jamie McMurray, Joe Nemechek, Robbie Gordon, Steve Parker in as well. Matt Yoakum.
We're under caution. We'll show you why in a minute. Mike Skinner's car hard hit in turn 2 and pit stops. Mike Skinner fought the wall in turn 2 and the wall won. That right front was on fire when it came in. Dick Bergman.
Mike Skinner, that was an awfully hard hit. I watched you shaking your hand, your leg. Are you okay?
I will be. I just shook up a little bit. Man, you can hit hard at Bristol as you can anywhere, I guess. Kodak car was awful good. I was really proud of our Pontiac today. Right front tire blew out. We must have ran over something.
He's got medical people all around him. He's going to go off to the care center and get taken care of, Mike.
There's the aftermath of Mike Skinner's hard shot into the turn 1 and 2 wall, the home track for Morgan McClure Racing. Short ride home and an early one for them today. That team, Jeff Gordon runs second to Jimmy Spencer. By the way,
Trouble on the back. Trouble on the back.
Jack Sprague, caution is out.
I tell you guys, going to be glad to see this, Larry, because I was watching him as Dale Jr. He was falling back. He lost a couple of spots.
Now, the last caution flag came out when Sprague got into Johnny Benson. This time, Sprague spins. Was he alone?
I thought I saw a 10 car go by at some point in time there. I don't know how close, but
8th caution of the day. No, he's already gone.
Boy, Johnny Benson was very lucky.
Sprague may have been looking back saying, whoa, here comes that 10 car. I better, and then while he was looking back, he got behind on his
But look
steering.
how high he was in turn 2. He was up there where there's no grip. We've seen so many cars spin on the high side of the exit of these corners.
I'm telling you, the spotter said, hey, watch that 10 car. He's coming up on you, and he was. He was looking at him in the rearview mirror.
Now we're seeing some of our leaders come to pit road, but just like before, Jeff Gordon in the 24 stayed out, Terry Labonte in the 5. A lot of the cars stayed out. In fact, Bobby Labonte was all the way on pit road in 18 and went back on the racetrack.
Right behind them, Jeff Burton.
Whoa, trouble over there, guys.
3 wide down the backstretch. Somebody has to give. Oh, there it is.
Oh, boy.
Somebody's giving, somebody's taking, somebody's giving and taking.
And nobody wrecked.
Mark Martin.
They do. Here they go.
I spoke too soon.
Somebody had to wreck in that chain of events.
And they're still spinning here at the start-finish
30
line.
car gets his lap back. 19 car does.
Now, Jeremy was 3 laps down, so he'll get one of those laps back.
9th caution lap, 199.
They couldn't keep, it just accordions, as you said, and it just kept, somebody's going to pay the price sooner or later.
Turning that first pit stop. We got some crash cart guys that failed.
Crash cart. It started there, a quarter of a lap ahead of Mark Martin.
Right, now you see the 99, he gets into Dale Jr., the 48 gets into the 99.
6 gets into the 40.
The 48 goes down under the 99. He has to check up. Here comes these other guys, and so on, and so on, and so on. Or Scooby, Dooby, Dooby.
Maybe the driver can, Darrell, but can these cars react quickly enough to miss this kind of thing?
You got people behind you. It's what I call track presence. When you know where everybody is, you can't let up. You know if you do, you're going to get hit from behind and spun out. But when there's nowhere to go.
Got the lead.
Battle for the lead. Jimmy Spencer in that 7 car. Remember, his tires are 50 laps fresher than Kevin Harvick in the 29. I think Kevin Harvick knows it. Well, we got one sideways on the front stretch. Gary Nadeau in the 01.
Ryan Newman caused that. He and the 01 got together coming up off the 4.
Caution is out.
Here's a look, Darrell.
01 got under the 12 going into turn 3. Ryan went up the hill, and the 01 got up under him. They start off the corner here, and I think the 11 may. I think he kind of checked up and got run over from the back.
Chain reaction again. We've seen it all day long. Now, Mike and Darrell, this is a box I don't like to be painted in. Kevin Harvick in the 29, Terry Labonte in the 5. It's been about 80 laps since they were to pit road, but if they pit and it looks like they're going to stay out, if they pit, you go from running second and third all the way back to about 26th and 27th, but you're sitting out there and you're halfway through a run.
Coming from nearly being a lap down, Sterling Marlin 7th, Kenny Wallace 8th, Bill Elliott and Jamie McMurray, who started in the back after that engine change.
And they've done this through a little bit of strategy, a lot like Kevin Harvick has made his way up to the front by staying out on that racetrack.
And 11th, the driver who's dominated much of today, Jeff Gordon.
Yeah, he just, got caught back in there. Early in the race, he hadn't been back in traffic. You won't hear much about him for a little while. They'll have to kind of filter through. He'll be very cautious.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. in that 8 car, he's trying to get around Brett Bodine on the high side, but the car just don't stick that good up there as he's about to lose a position to Robbie.
Oh, Terry Labonte!
Oh, man.
And Robbie Gordon, Brett Bodine, and the accordion squeezes together again. Kyle Petty, Kenny Schrader with damage. Oh, just say half the field.
And they just keep stacking up back there. In fact, Terry Labonte going back up on the racetrack, Brett Bodine, they rode back together again right there.
Mitchell, both ends.
Watch the 5 car of Labonte toward the bottom of your screen. Gets tagged by Brett Bodine.
There you see Robbie Gordon gets to the side of Brett Bodine on the left side, and they just start stacking up behind him. Kenny Wallace there at the bottom of the screen in the 23.
Now Terry's trying to get away and move through here, and he gets bumped by Kenny Wallace. Brett Bodine slides back into him.
Talked about earlier, Darrell, it don't take much to send a car spinning around here.
From Dale Jr. Misses it, gets through. Was a lap down or more, 2 down. Terry Labonte was coming around him on the outside. Did Brett get into Terry, or did Terry think maybe he had Brett cleared?
I can't tell. As a driver on the lead lap, you expect a guy a lap or 2 down to show you some courtesy. That's what you expect. Of course, you get the unexpected a lot of times too.
Terry Labonte now is going to be back in about 28th spot, 3 laps down. In fact, he goes to the garage area. He went down pit road, made that left-hand turn into the garage area. Because if you don't, they're going to be up there aggravating you again.
Then we're going to be rubbing up against your
McMurray got into the back of Robbie Gordon. Then he got tagged by Ward Burton.
Oh, no, Tony Stewart got into Ricky Rudd, and he's up in the fence.
And somebody spun Bobby Labonte again.
Bobby Labonte was spun again.
Jamie McMurray had climbed well up in the field after that dead last start. He was in the top 10.
I don't think Bobby Labonte hit anything.
But he was blocked by Jamie McMurray over there. He just barely got going before the leader came.
Let's see. No, I don't think he hit anything. I think he just slid up there and stopped.
McMurray got in another one of those accordion deals. McMurray got in the back of Robbie Gordon. Ward Burton got in the back of McMurray. Chaos ensues.
Robbie Gordon is, kind of having a problem with his car. It's not handling all that well.
He's 2 laps down.
McMurray gets into the back of him, and here we go.
And then McMurray looked like he checked up. That's when Ward Burton in the 22 got to the back of him, and the chain reaction continues.
And here comes more.
Yeah, watch Tony Stewart. Oh, nah, not good.
That's a hard hit.
Not good.
Let's ride with McMurray. Ride with Ricky Rudd.
We've seen more shots of Ricky Rudd and Rex
and missing them.
He gets down here and he sees the 42. He moves up. Problem was Tony Stewart's there. I don't think it hurt Ricky's car all that much.
Dodged another one. Welcome back to Bristol, where Bobby Labonte has put the purple car into the lead. Here's how it happened as he tracked Kurt Busch.
Remember, Bobby's on much fresher tires than Kurt Busch. We anticipate Kurt Busch will be to pit road pretty quick.
And then we almost had a caution while we were away.
Caution is out now, though, not for this, but it is out.
Kenny Schrader pounded the wall. And the caution is now out. Schrader's taken his car behind the wall, and there is the caution flag, Dale Jarrett.
Jimmy Spencer's trying to get a lap back. He will not get it back. Bobby Labonte was smart enough not to let Jimmy Spencer have a lap back at this place.
He made that mistake at Atlanta, and he got lectured pretty hard by his crew chief and a lot of other people. I don't think he's going to do that today.
But this is the break Bobby Labonte, Kurt Busch, Sterling Marlin, Ricky Rudd, and Greg Biffle was looking for. Dale Jarrett, where it happened, Darrell, you almost think a tire went down.
Well, that car, it has no front end on it. So I saw him go down on the apron down here, and the thing is damaged so badly, he finally spun it into the inside wall right here.
Well, that changes everything, because the 5 drivers at the top of the board have not yet made green flag pit stops. They're on a lap of their own.
Haven't seen that in a long time.
14 caution flags, 109 laps to go. Welcome back to the Food City 500. Under caution with 75 laps to go. Let's show you what happened down the front straightaway. Robbie Gordon and Ward Burton got into it.
Those cars already damaged from being in accidents earlier.
Ward was only 1 lap down.
Difficult to drive. They get together there, and Ward loses control. He's headed for the inside wall here, and then he hits the inside wall, and the momentum just carries him right back up, and there goes Kyle, who I'm sure was hustling trying to get clear of that. Those two cars just get together, and that's the loosest part of the racetrack.
It's a hard lick on the inside wall.
Man, I'm sure Kyle was all drawn up knowing that here comes Ward. Am I going to make it? Am I going to make it?
Watch this lick right here, though. Kyle Petty on that outside wall. That's a hard lick.
Yeah.
Now, I want to give a call to our cameramen. When you have accidents that start out with 1 hit, you follow the first crash, then the next crash, then the next crash. Those fellas are carrying the bills for us today.
It's all happening in a hurry.
Yep. And they're all multiple incidents.
Several times today where I think these drivers, spotters, everybody figures the car is going to go down the racetrack, but it's going up, and a lot of people's getting in trouble by trying to go around them on the high side.
Here come the leaders up on Flash Gordon on the outside of Mark Martin.
Whoa, Mark Martin spins right in front of the leaders.
No caution
yet. No caution yet. He gets going, no caution. But boy, a lot of smoke here on the front stretch. A lot of cars have to back off because they couldn't even see where they were going.
Whoa, and Joe Nemechek pile drives Tony Stewart.
What in the world?
It was all the smoke, Darrell, as they came down the front straightaway.
Caution is out. Caution is out.
Tony lifted, and Nemechek came flying right into him. And that was, I mean, it was 10, 12 seconds behind Mark's spin, but there was such a smoke cloud.
The thing that you just don't realize is when a car spins like Mark did and there's no caution, you really don't know. You don't know where everybody is. All you see is the smoke.
Now the first, there's Robbie Gordon outside of Mark Martin.
Oh, Mark just the car just spun around. Mark, see, he's already been wrecked, and so his car's not driving as good as it should.
And then everybody's got to come through that days of thunder-like cloud.
Spotters don't know if there's going to be a caution or not. They assume there is because you see all that smoke.
What happened to John Andretti in the 43 checked up, Tony Stewart checked up, Joe Nemechek did not check up. Not as much as those guys did anyhow.
The accordion compresses again.
Well, you just think, you just assume there's going to be a caution. See that? Look at that. Now you're assuming there's going to be a caution.
There's Ricky Rudd in the 21, just like we anticipated. Pit road, 4 tires, full of fuel adjustments. Steve Burns along with Sterling Marlin.